You guys, welcome back to the Made for More show, where we drop into another empowering truth, one conversation at a time. I'm your girl Tal, and today I am so excited about this week's episode. I literally have been wanting this incredible woman on my show, I shit you not, for months. She is an absolute freaking queen. She is an Australian Italian goddess, and I do not use the word goddess lightly. She is a leader and a woman who truly walks her talk. So I'm going to introduce her in a second, but I really just want to mention that I'm super intentional with who I bring on to MFN, right? And I just really adore this queen because she really does walk her walk and talk her talk. And I think that in a time right now is actually super, super rare. So we're going to dive into this incredible woman's journey of becoming who she is today, how she stepped into her purpose, what it's taken for her to get here, and the mission that really drives her now. Yeah, we're going to talk love, leadership, retreats, and all the bold, unapologetic ways that she shows up for women everywhere. And again, I do not say that lightly because this woman truly freaking shows up. She has her very own successful podcast, Sex, Love, and Magic. And we were talking about this when we were connecting, and just like really the power of collaboration versus competition. And that's what I really freaking love about you. So without further ado, I'm welcoming onto MFM the freaking queen, Rebecca Antonucci.
What an introduction. Hello, thank you for having me. It is Sex, Love and Money, just so everyone knows.
What did I say?
Sex, Love and Magic. I don't identify as a witch. Money, babe, money.
Sex, love, money, and magic.
But what an intro, and thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to dive in.
Yeah. I'm super, super stoked that you're here, and I really want to dive right into it because I know you have so much to share and say. So let's take everyone right back, right? And I know that a lot of different people in many different ways have heard parts of your story. I really want to set the tone on MFN today, just like the part of your story that is the most raw, uncut, as true as it comes. Just share it with everyone. Take me back to the Becks way back when.
How back when? Teenage
not
trauma
too,
back when?
not
or
too,
the
but
beginning
just
of the...
your journey, your evolution, the moment that you're I know that I'm different, I know what I'm here for, and you started that path.
Yeah, I think I have always known that I was different because I never, ever remember fitting in anywhere. I was bullied horrifically in my high school. I went to a prestigious girls' school. So that's really where the journey started, because that's my first capital T trauma of rejection. And also noticing I am not normal. I can't just fit in with the normal kids. They can all have friends and none of them are my friends. And I just always felt different and was always searching for where I belonged. Fast forward to leaving high school, the trauma was really horrific. I was brutally bullied every day, and I attempted to take my own life because I really just thought not being here would be easier than being at the mercy of these girls' screams and taunts every single day. But I went and got myself a boyfriend. I didn't realize I was searching for safety. Went and got myself a boyfriend, and after my first relationship where I was so in love with this naughty, blue-eyed, blonde-haired, dirt bike riding, very Aussie wild boy, he didn't know how to contain his anger, and he punched me in the head with a closed fist, knocked me unconscious at age 19. Yeah. And so I wouldn't call it, I'm a victim of domestic violence.
Yeah.
It was not someone that I think would repeatedly hit his partner now, 20 years later, but a too fiery, you know what it's like to be a passionate, fiery 17-year-old, and then I fight with my boyfriend, and then we make up, and we just fire each other off, and one time it went way too far.
Wow.
And so I woke up the next day, bruise on my head, literal egg, half an egg raised out of my head. My boyfriend not talking to me, we're broken up and done. And that's how my first relationship came to an end. And after that, I felt very, very unsafe in the world. I was awfully assaulted by my boyfriend, who I was so in love with. Our relationship is immediately over. I was bullied horrifically in high school. And when you're a teenage girl, you just think that high school is, if I can't make it here, how the hell am I going to make it in the big wide world? I then went ahead and decided men and women are bad and dangerous and scary. I didn't know I was consciously doing this. This is how I felt inside. And I didn't know where to turn next. Like, if I am so awful, the girls used to call me disgusting. If I am so disgusting that I can't fit in with any of the girls at school, and I'm so disgusting that my boyfriend or my ex-boyfriend punches me in the head and knocks me unconscious, maybe if I was better, I would be okay. Maybe if I was prettier, skinnier, blonder, anything other than what I am, maybe someone would choose me and not hurt me and I'd be safe. And I found the gym. And I found a personal trainer, female personal trainer, who wrote me a diet plan and an exercise training program. And I started losing a lot of weight. And it's not like I was out of shape. I was just a normal Italian girl that ate pasta and garlic bread with her family every night.
We know that well.
Yep. Yeah. And it tastes really fucking great. But my body dramatically changed. Like, in 8 weeks, I went from a normal body type to a fitness model. And I recognized that everyone around me changed their behavior towards me.
Yeah.
Everyone was kind to me. Everyone was nice to me. Men were asking me out. Women wanted to be my friend. And I'd never had this experience before. It was like popularity was the pinnacle of success in high school. And now, through changing my physicality, I had the very thing that typically I'd be rejected by. And so I became really addicted to fitness, body image, restrictive dieting, yo-yo dieting. I'd lose and gain 20 kilos. Oof. I'd go from 45 to 67 kilos.
Wow.
And I'm a small woman. And that was a really turbulent time in my life. And then at 25, I left a partner who I was really in love with. And the man that I left him for told me that he was STI free and transmitted the herpes virus from me. And that ripped the rug from under my legs and completely shattered my entire reality, because the only way I believed that I would be liked, loved and accepted was through how I looked. And now I really felt like there was nothing about me that was lovable, nothing about me that was worthy, nothing about me that would be good enough to be chosen by a man. And I really, again, felt so unsafe in the world. And that's really where the journey began, of like, what the F do I do now? I am ruined. I am ugly. I'm literally everything the girls used to scream at me at school. I will never get a partner ever again. My sex life is forever ruined. I've destroyed my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, take me there. You took me there. We went there. Can I just say that even as somebody that like briefly knows you now, but also has been so, and this word is so overused, but inspired and empowered by not even your journey, Beck, but also like who you be in the world, to hear you go through all of that is actually such a testament to why you do what you do so beautifully and so like heart-led. Because and again, this is why you're on the show. Like, I feel tethered. We do in similar work, but you're somebody that I've really watched rise and am inspired by, because it's real. And hearing you go through that, it's like, oh, no wonder why you have a heart for women. No wonder why you're trying to work through their pain. No wonder why you want them to be seen. No wonder why X, Y, Z, because look at what you went through. There's so much in what you just said that I'm like, how long do we have? But
this is a 9-hour podcast now. Lock in.
Can you just walk me through the part of like what you had to journey through from like school, because bullying is such a real thing, right? Especially now more than ever, you know, especially being a mom, like cyberbullying is a whole different game than what we even had growing up. How did you, just briefly tell me, navigate the bullying to like you found fitness and then your body shifted in this way? Like, was there something to that like made you feel even worse, because now you're like, oh, I'm seen and I'm liked for like who I'm the same person, but now my body just looks different. How did you navigate that? Although it was a good feeling to be seen and liked, did it send you off path even more? Like
I would say that disordered eating, bulimia, this lasted for over 10 years. The yo-yo dieting, I thought that food was here to ruin my whole life.
Yeah.
When I was addicted to dieting, when I was on the wagon, on the train, when I was on it, I felt empowered. I felt powerful. And I loved the attention. It actually felt really good. It was like I would say and I've never been a drug addict, so I can't validate this to be true. But I would say it'd be like a hit of a drug. The compliment, the like on Instagram, the man asking me out, all the little pieces of validation just felt so good.
Yeah.
But they were only ever temporary, and I'd need it again. But because my body was in such insane shape, I'd get it all the time. I'd go to the beach, people would say something. I'd walk through the shops, people would say something. When I was in shape, the hits were coming frequently.
Yeah.
But when I fell off the wagon, that's when the crash would come. That's when the shame spirals were so deep, so intense. I actually, you know how people say they can't remember their childhood?
Yeah, you can.
I can vividly remember my childhood. From 21 to 23, I actually have a boyfriend that I don't consider an ex-boyfriend because he was like a filler boyfriend. Didn't love him, and I have to rack my brain. My eating disorder was all through those years. I cannot actually remember what was going on because I would go into food binges that would last for days and weeks on end. Like it was, I would say that was complete disassociation, trying to escape my reality. Couldn't believe like just so ashamed that I'd fallen off the wagon. And then what would rise to the surface was everything that those girls used to scream at me.
Yeah.
Because when I was I remember being on a treadmill, and if I'd want to stop, I'd be like, "No, you can't." Imagine if your ex-boyfriend saw a picture of you on Instagram, or I think Facebook was the thing back then. You can't. Then he wins. Keep going, keep going. Or imagine if those girls are here, like, keep going, keep going.
Yeah,
or if one of them who was
exhausting.
mean to me in high school, if I saw her at a party and she'd gained weight, I'm like, you want to make sure she feels really bad for bullying you. Keep going, keep going. That, like, the driver was pain.
Yeah.
But when I looked good, I felt good. But because the driver was pain and the actions that I was taking was not sustainable, like it was reckless, restrictive dieting, it was always going to come to an end. When I crashed, the spirals were so deep and so fueled by shame. And I would think everything they used to scream at me, everything that they used to scream at me is true again. And in fact, it's worse. Like I'm not only back to where I was, I've gained weight. Yeah. I'm now becoming that disgusting thing. And then they used to call me disgusting. I was taking, air quotes, disgusting actions. I would go on a food binge and drown bottles of laxatives. I would pass out in bathrooms. I would be covered in sick. It was horrendous.
Yeah.
And I would literally be affirming the beliefs through my actions that I am disgusting, because that was my subconscious narrative that I took on from what they would scream at me.
Yeah. And it's so like, I mean, you know this more than anyone, it's so traumatic that it literally lives in the body, that like any small trigger can like take you literally right back there. Mm-hmm. I just want to say again, thank you for sharing all of that, because it's really not easy as a woman. It's to be willing to be vulnerable and share that. A lot of women carry that in shame and hide it forever. So thank you for sharing. I want you to openly talk about now, because how proud are you of yourself? Look at you go, girl. Come on.
Just a little.
How did you go? So now we're at that point where it's like, okay, you've gone through all of this.
Yeah.
Walk me to the season of your life that you started to really shift things, that things really started to change.
Yeah, I say, and I know it's going to sound really weird, that the herpes virus saved my life.
Doesn't sound weird.
It's the weirdest gift in the strangest wrapping paper, but I thought it came to ruin me. I was not suicidal, but I considered taking my life. Like, do I take, like, can I live with this? Is it better off to die? The first 30 days was horrendous. But after that, it was like, I remember praying like on my knees on the beach, asking God why, and hearing this voice back saying like, when are you going to learn how to love yourself from within, Rebecca? It's not outside of you. And I was like, what is that voice? Whose voice is that? Whose thought? Is it me? Is it God? Is it the ocean? Like, is it the sand? What am I hearing? And I just tried every avenue to feel better about myself. I tried to make money. I tried to get the boyfriend. I tried to lose the weight. I tried to do all the things that society said to do that would make you happy. And not one of those things worked. Maybe I felt temporarily good, but nothing was sustainable, and nothing was long lasting in terms of, I'm there. I thought there was like happy, and there for me was just fully accepting myself. No, I was not there. So then I went down an alternative route. I tried mentors and healers, and I found personal development. My very first workshop I went to was Landmark. And when I walked into this room, I was like, oh, look at all of these very successful people and talking about all of these things that humans don't normally talk about. And very successful people stood up on stage and told stories of their lives. And I thought that they would have everything that would make them happy that I was working towards. I was 25 at the time, and they were telling the truth about where their life was. And I was like, God, you've got all the things that I thought that I needed to work towards to get away from this feeling that I'm in right now. But you're also in the feeling that I'm in right now, but you have all of the things. And that to me was just a little clue that, okay, getting the things is not going to be it.
Yeah.
And so personal development was this long journey. I fell in love with it. It taught me how to accept myself more and more. I learned how to be vulnerable. I found community. I found people that I could speak to, like you, like how you and I speak. I started to learn about values and values alignment. I started to learn about guilt and shame, realizing that the herpes virus was something that was shameful for me. At the time, I was really mad at men, so I was sleeping around. I felt like they'd stolen something from me, and I was mad at them. You know, I hadn't slept around, and not that it matters, but I hadn't, and I feel like that had marked me free from STI, so I was really resentful about that. So I decided, fuck, man, I'm going to do to you what you did to me.
Yeah.
And then I started learning about guilt and realizing that I was repeating a cycle. And the more that I learned all of these things through personal development, the more I started to learn who I am, what my values are, what's important to me, where I'm acting outside of my value system. And that's really how I got on the journey to really being this version of me today. I wouldn't say that I'm fully healed from the bullying wound, but I am always consciously, deeply working on it so that the inner teenager doesn't run my life.
Wow, babe.
Yeah.
So good. Can you tell me now and share with everyone how you describe like who you be in the world now, today as Beck?
Yeah, I've been thinking about this for so long. I felt so proud to be like driven and a go-getter and a bad bitch and an ambitious woman and purpose-driven and resilient, and I am all of those things. But what I have recognized, I know we're talking a lot about the female feminine embodiment space, that so we've worked so hard. And for me, I worked so hard for all of those things from protection. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I really wanted to trust my boyfriend and he let me down. And I let myself down by staying in a relationship where I knew I was going to get hit eventually, or staying in a relationship where my sexual needs were not getting met. And I knew, like, I eventually, like, I broke up with that man multiple times, ended up cheating, got the herpes virus. So I'm like, Rebecca, you stayed when you knew that you weren't fulfilled. Like, I made so many choices that were self-abandoning. And so who I am today, I realized I built this entire life from protection, and I'm proud of the life that I've built. But women keep building these big lives and saying that they just feel not themselves. And so I've started to think about, well, what is my unique essence? What is your unique essence? What is the unique essence of every client that comes into my life? And my essence is playful, wild, passionate, funny. And I've started to, and I get really obsessed, but like healthily obsessed with things that I love. Like I've got a new paddle obsession at the moment.
Yes, I've seen.
You've seen? Yeah, everyone's like, yes, Beck, we know about your paddle obsession. And so whilst I am driven and a go-getter and motivated and a bad bitch and a boss babe and all of those things, and I can do that, my deepest desire now is to pour water on my essence, because I got to a place last year and even this year I was like, oh, what happened to the playful part of me?
Yeah.
Why is she saved for the weekend or when there isn't work to do? Like, actually, my essence is the most valuable part of me.
Yeah.
Way more important than being able to like be a workhorse, a powerhouse. And I feel that when I pour water onto those parts of me, the seeds of my essence, that's when the best part of Beck shines.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm focusing on at the moment.
I love that, pouring water on your essence, which 100%, I mean, like I said this to you when I reached out to you, like the thing that stands out to me about you is just like your goofy, fun, loving, quirky nature.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, I've been in your vortex maybe now for like a year and a half. So I feel like even how wild it is that you can watch somebody online and feel like you know them, right? But in the time that I've seen you in the last couple months, I feel like you've just come back into your play again, which we're walking a similar path. I know that for women like you and I, we really we are walking a path of service. We are walking a path of women in business. We are walking a path of being seen online and seen in spaces. But what I'm finding is that as more women do that, there's also the duality of like, I don't need anything. I don't need men. I don't need this. I don't need that. And there's like a seriousness that's happening, like a stoic seriousness. And that's why I'm so gravitated to you, babe, because I love the essence of fun and play.
Yeah.
And it's something that I also really, excuse my French, F with about myself, right? I really would love to ask you a quick question. So right now you are living out in Bali. You've been traveling a little bit this year. You've journeyed like hard through from a teenager to like where you are now. Personal development almost was like the activator. I want to know what you're most lit up about right now. And just so you guys know, I'm going to paint a picture. Like Beck really is, I describe you very multidimensional. Like you can do all the things.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool because women really do, we box ourselves, right? And so something that I love about you is that you've been able to anchor into all these different spaces. Your retreats, working with women, literally not just online, but on the grass, in the work. You know, you've got your containers, you've got your podcast. But I want to know, on Made for More, what you're most excited about right now. And it doesn't even have to be work related.
I mean, after 2.5 years of living out of a suitcase.
Yes.
Well, I currently live in a hotel.
Do you?
I'm currently living in a hotel,
In
in Bali. Yeah. The
What?
Eastern Ashtar, come visit me.
I was like, don't you tell them.
It's all right, I'll be gone soon.
We will edit that out. That's wild. I mean, I don't even know hotels exist here in Bali.
Yeah, hotels. I had my villa broken into in April, so I think I've got a bit of villa trauma. There's 24/7 security at the Eastern.
You feel safe.
I feel safe until it
There's
releases
the
on this
safety again.
podcast. But I have been in Airbnbs, short-term accommodation, 4.5 months in Austin a year, 6 to 8 months in Bali.
It's wild.
Back to Perth to see my family, over to Sydney to run an event. What I am most lit up by is having a house, having a home, having one bedroom, having walls where I can put up photos of my family, having a beautiful living room where I can put like really soft pillows and rugs and lie on the floor, and have one place where I can have a wardrobe and then pack my suitcase to go to Bali to run my retreat and then go back home.
Yeah.
Pack my suitcase to go and see my family for Christmas and then go back home.
Yeah.
So it has, as someone, if you've ever been, I never wanted to be a digital nomad. Probably when I was 25, I thought it would be cool. At 37, like laptop lifestyle.
Girl,
is
you look
not,
so good. Did you say 37?
I'm 37.
Wow.
Yeah, a little mature for digital nomad time season of my life. Really excited. It's taken me this long to be like, I'm aching for home and I'm ready.
Yeah.
And that really lights me up. I'm ready for home. I'm ready to fall in love, and I'm just excited for that season to happen. Really excited about that.
I love that. And I don't know why, but sitting here with you, I just wanted to ask that to you because I feel like I'm going to see you in 12 months from now.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Beck, remember how you said on the show that like you were excited about a home and grounding? And I'm going to tell you this little side note, guys. So we bumped into Bex on the beach on the weekend with my man and my daughter.
Yeah.
And my partner, we walked away and he was like, and for those of you that know Joshy, you know, but he was like, I really feel like a man's coming for her.
Really?
And it was wild because one of my things I wanted to ask you, and you've said to me a lot this last week, is like, Tal, I'm learning motherhood. I've got the women in my spaces and I'm learning motherhood. And I'm just interested if you are ready for man and family. And yeah, because I know we felt that it was coming.
Really?
And I don't know if that's like we're complimenting ourselves because we saw you and you're like, she's so cute. And like, you were so sweet to Joshy and I, and you just lit up and you were just in this like present joy.
I love family. It's the thing that lights me on fire the most. I think that I was thinking, it's funny that we're saying this. I walked into the gym this morning. I just got this idea. I was like, I feel like my life's just beginning. And I do think that my primary role in this lifetime is to be a mother and a wife. I really do. I think the business is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I love my journey. And I put $10 million in my bank today. I still do my work exactly as I do it with the exact same message that I do it it'll be the exact same. But I do think the Rebecca that I will get to experience and that everyone else will get to experience when I'm a mum and a wife, I'm so excited for that. I do think that's going to be a really special time.
It's like for women like us that are in these spaces doing the work, it's honestly life-changing. Like, I resonate. I would do it all if you removed the money for where we are at now. But becoming a mother is like a whole new level of euphoria. It's wild.
And so I did say 3 to 5 years, but I'm like...
12 months, August 2025 it is. August 2026, Beck's pregnant. With a you better watch out.
Oh, my Lord. I trust God, so I'm not going to resist.
You never know.
We do not know
Just
what's
be
coming.
open.
We do not know. He's never let me down yet. I say God never misses.
Yeah. Okay, beautiful, my love. So we're looking forward to home. We're looking forward to leaving Bali. It's actually wild. I feel like when I hear you speak about like you're 37 and like what a gift that you now know, because the reality is people that are 60, right, only then get out of their bubble and only then want to live like this nomadic life that they have not given themselves full permission to live. And like what a gift that you can be 37 and be like, hey, I now know that I did this. It wasn't actually my intention to begin with, but I'm ready for like the spaces that, at least in my story, was I was incredibly petrified of just like one home, one space, one family. It was almost like you have to pivot so much to find your way back to like that groundiness. I don't know if that you resonate with that, but
yeah, I mean, I think I had to come back home to myself to be ready to be accepting of one home, one family. I always wanted one family, but one home.
Yeah.
Without the like variety and the excitement of the external world. But I mean, I would never regret this time. I remember being 25 and coming to Bali and trying to start an activewear and watching everyone with their laptops and working from their cafes and what was that, Needle Belt or something? Beetle Nut, the cafe all the way back then in Canggu when Canggu was small. Beetle Nut was what the cafe was called. And I remember sitting there, everyone's on their laptops and I was like, I just had this knowing. I was like, I have got to figure this out. If they're doing it, I've got to find a way.
Yeah.
And I can't wait, because I know I will have a daughter, for her to come to me after a breakup or come to me about being confused about what she wants to do with her life. And I remember scrolling job sites in Australia and looking at them and thinking, not one of these jobs is for me. And then looking at the pay attached to it and thinking, well, that is definitely not for me. And just thinking, again, that same conversation I had in high school, like, where do I belong? Like, there isn't even a job that's for me. And so when my daughter comes to me, break up, not feeling like there's a job that's for her, and I can tell her about that time that Mummy broke up with her boyfriend and moved to Bali with one suitcase full of activewear and bikinis and a podcast microphone and a broken heart and, you know, really just learning how to love herself. I feel like there's so much medicine in there for me to be a great mother that has really lived a life. Like, baby, Mummy lived, and you deserve to too.
Yeah. And what a gift for you, and not even being a mother yet. I feel like this is something that all women and men, but all women get to give themselves permission to actually lean into more, right? Like, how amazing would our world be if more of us were just taking more risks and biting the bullet and doing the things that feel really scary, but just doing them anyway, especially for when we have kids.
Oh, we've got to. I mean, we are all going to die. I think we forget that. We're all going to die. And I've lived the better part of my whole life in protection, from like the bullying trauma all the way up to what, a year and a half ago? That's my life lived from garter and armored up. What is the point? I'm like, do you know what? Just go all in. Heart on the line, all in, love people fully, love myself fully, go all in on what I'm trying to do. Look stupid while you're doing it. No one's thinking about you. Everyone's thinking about themselves. And the only thing that's going to end up happening is you're going to get to the end of your days and wish that you tried a little harder and given a little more or given a lot more. So why not just give a lot more now? All in.
Oh, I love that. Why not just give a little bit more right now? That's so good, babe. Yeah. I really could stay here with you and talk for another 4 hours.
I know.
I'm going to close this out, and I want to ask you something really powerful, and that is, like, for any woman that is on a journey of just like self-discovery or trusting that like I can be more than my job. I can be more than the suburb I was raised. I can be more than like the relationship that I've only ever known.
Yeah.
What is the advice, babe, that you can give to that girl?
Okay, number one, I would say draw out a T graph on a piece of paper, and on down column A, you write the life that you're currently living and how happy you can be in that life, and paint a picture for yourself, and also the cost of choosing that life and paint that out for yourself. And then in column B, write down all of your dreams. And then write down all of your fears, because that's natural and normal. They're going to exist. But also write down write down for both what's the worst that could happen, but also write down what's the best. And a lot of people, when they get clear on what the best is of column A, the best isn't very good.
Yeah.
And when they look at what the best is of column B, it's
Everything.
infinite and everything. And it's going to come with some fear. And if you know that you're committed to making that happen for yourself, if you detach from, like, if I'm on stepping stone A, that stepping stone B is the thing, if you let go of that and just know that the next stone that you step on is a stepping stone for that moment, but not forever, you will get to where you want to go. It might not be linear, it might not be quick, but it will happen on your soul's unique timeline.
Yeah.
I think women jump and the net does appear, but the net sometimes, like what I jumped when I was 21 and I started my personal training business. When I was 25 and I started my first activewear. When I was 28, I started again. When I was 31, I started again. When I was 32 and I started this business. Not one of those stepping stones was the stone, but every stone was so necessary to get me to where I am today. And women want guarantees and certainty. The life that you're living, if you're not happy with it, the only person who can change it is you. Uncertainty feels terrifying, but you will find a way to regulate and create safety in uncertainty. And the rewards are so huge. And when the rewards are so huge, you've got to expect that it's going to come with huge discomfort. So you get to be the kind of woman who can be with huge discomfort to create that huge rewarding life.
So good. You don't know if you don't try. You don't know if you just don't take the step.
Yeah, and you're staying exactly where you are. I mean, you're choosing that every day.
I don't know about you, girl, but that was more scary for me. And I don't know if it was ingrained in me, or I'm still trying to figure it out to this day. But I'm like, the fear of staying where I was versus the unknown of where I was going. I was like, I'll take the unknown any day. And I know not everyone thinks like that, but I love what you said. It's just like lean into doing it, knowing it comes with discomfort, and then just making friends with that discomfort.
Mm-hmm. And I also knew that there was heaps of people on the internet way less qualified than me.
Totally.
Killing it. And I was like, if someone else can do it,
so can I.
Then I can learn how to.
Yeah.
It might not happen overnight. You might have to eat a few slices of humble pie. I worked 3.5 jobs at one stage.
Yeah.
Whilst going back to my parents' house at night time to pack activewear, to ship orders, to go back to work at 5 a.m. the next morning. I wasn't proud. I ate my pie. If you're willing to take a few steps back to go 100 steps forward, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too.
Yeah.
The internet is full of resources. Go and invest in a mentor who's already done what you want to do. Detach from timelines. It will happen. There's no choice other than for it to happen.
Yeah. Amen.
Let's fucking go, baby.
Whoop, whoop, woo. I love you. Beck and I have only connected in person, which I think is really cool, because on podcasts, sometimes you don't even know your guests in general.
Yeah.
We've connected in person a couple of times, and I've said this to you, and I'm going to say this here. I love you. I adore you. You are exactly here, what you see on here. And for that, I have a lot of respect. So thank you for being that in the world.
Pleasure.
I've loved having you on, and you're just an Italian sis, a warrior sis for life.
Oh, yeah, we're fiery. God bless
Italians.
God bless our partners.
Yeah, for real.
That's why mine's taken so long to come. God has gone and battle tested him.
But he is coming.
He's building the resilience to hold.
He is coming.
I love you, baby.
Are you out there
right now? Get off.
Really quickly, for anyone that doesn't already follow you or has just been introduced to you on this podcast, where can they find you, Bex?
You can find me on Instagram at rebecca.antonucci, or you can find me on any podcast listening platform, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Sex, Love, and Money.
And money.
And money.
And magic.
And money, no magic.
I love you, babe. This was epic.
Thank you for having me on. I can't wait to share.
I know. Oh my. And this is also the other great thing, sharing collaboration over competition.
Oh, it's so much more fun working with people than working on your own. What are you going to do? One tiny little rant.
Yes, please.
What are women going to do when they do everything on their own? They're going to get to the top of their mountain and wave at everyone else and be like, look how good I am at the top of my mountain by myself. But you didn't bring anyone on your journey with you. Totally. So no one gives a fuck that you're at the top of your mountain because you made them feel inferior because all you cared about was getting to the top of your mountain from wounding. But once you heal those wounds, you bring people with you. And as everyone rises together and supports each other to rise and experiences fulfillment, as you all succeed, no matter what success uniquely looks like for you, you get to the top of the mountain and you look left and you look right and everyone's cheering because they're so fucking ecstatic that they got to contribute to you getting there. Yeah. And they were impacted and their lives were impacted through you rising together because they're at the top of their own mountain too. And so we've done it together and we have friends and community and people who actually want to see us win. Doing it on your own is boring. It's boring, it's boring, it's boring.
Or just doing life solo in general is lonely.
It's boring and lonely.
Yeah. Before I close out, I just want to say I truly believe in the power of manifestation meets action. I literally attracted and held in my field women like you, babe, in my space because, you know, it's a journey. Not all women have this belief. And I really do believe if more of us women can come together in this belief, we are going to rise together so powerfully. And that sisterhood piece, I mean, this is a topic for another time, but it's really beautiful when we come together and we do it together. So I see you. I love you. You're amazing. Guys, I'm sure you got so much good juice. I hope you loved today's episode. There was so much like magic in this, quite literally, but also what I love about Beck's story is that sometimes we forget if you're watching somebody right now that is like an imprint for you and your life, remember that they were once in step B, C, D, like you might be right now. So wherever you are in your journey, don't hold back to doing the thing. Just start right where you are, whether it looks ugly or pretty. You know, use women like us as examples of what's possible. And just remember, my love, that you are made for more. I love you. I'm Tal, and I'll see you next time.